All right, next Corona update. It is almost 3 p.m. and I just woke up. Some might call that depression. Some might call that you can look back at my post from last night at 3 a.m. where I did a list of everything I realized I ate yesterday. And I deserve to just not wake up at all. I called Delta Airlines because it was time for me to cancel literally all the travel I had booked for, as of now, the rest of the year. But I'm sure this will be resolved in 30 or 40 years, and I'll be able to go back to being a stand up comedian, having now great stories of living on the streets. I just want to say to Delta, I got through to Delta with a 3 minute wait. The wait was so short that by the time I entered my information for them to call me back, they were already calling me back. A huge shout out to Michelle, who is who I dealt with, who's hanging in there with the rest of them. I told her it's none of these customer service people's fault that, a month or two ago somebody sneezed and the whole world has now shit their pants. Michelle canceled all my travel. Michelle and Delta credited my Delta wallet back with no change fees, so I'll be able to use that towards any future gigs that ever want to book me. Should we ever be allowed to gather in groups of more than 10 people. So I really want to thank Delta because Delta is really who you want to have be your carrier when the entire world is apparently a carrier for the plague. Delta, they're who you want to fly with when you're not allowed to fly the fuck at all. So you're just gonna eat jelly beans and sit in bed. Also, some quick recommendations. Get on that Amazon Prime and order BritBox and start watching British period pieces and thrillers and game shows. QI with the delicious Stephen Fry is a wonderful way to learn useless information about the world that is far more useful than staring at the news right now. And then also feel free to go to Amazon and buy my book called My Big Gay Life by Brad Loakley. Because if I could just get like 10,000 of you to buy that book and give it a good read, it'll make you laugh. I'll live to fight another day. Everybody hang in there. Jelly beans, isolation, Ben and Jerry's, baguettes with, here's the key, you slice up an apple if you were able to steal one out of an old lady's hand in the supermarket the other day. You slice that apple fairly thin, you saute it in a little butter and thyme, okay? Then you toast baguette, little thin slices of baguette with a little olive oil, salt, and pepper. You put that little piece of apple on top, and then you put a little piece of room temperature brie on top of that. And then you do that for the entire baguette loaf, and you call that breakfast. Love you guys.